Our last lesson of this unit is about side splitter theorem. This states that if a line parallel to one side of a triangle intersects the other two sides, then it divides the two sides proportionally. So if these two lines are parallel and this line intersects with both sides of the triangle, then that means that RT over TQ equals RU over US. The lengths that split here are proportional to the lengths of the split over here. So let's see what this looks like with some examples. Given that KL and PN are parallel, and KL crosses these sides, that means that 12 over x plus 1 is going to be equal to 9 over x. And then we're going to cross multiply. So 12 over x, or 12 times x is 12x. X plus 1 over 9 we have to distribute, so it's going to be 9x plus 9 times 1, which is 9. So 9x plus 9. Now I can subtract 9x from both sides to solve. 12 minus 9 is 3. So 3x equals 9. Divide by 3. X equals 3. A over a plus 4 equals 12 over 18. And again, I know that I can set up this proportion because these two sides are parallel and this line crosses both sides of the triangle. So a times 18 is 18a. 12 times a plus 4, again, we're distributing, so 12 times a, which is 12a, plus 12 times 4, which is 48. Now again, we're going to subtract the 12a to the other side. And that's going to get me 6a equals 48. Divide both sides by the 6. A equals 8. Okay, this one, what is the length of MR? So MR is this right here. We'll say that that's x because it's what we don't know. Again, x over 12 is equal to 15 over 20. Cross multiply. X times 20 is 20x. 12 times 15 is 180. And then I just have to divide both sides by 20 in this case. So x equals 180 divided by 20, which is 9. Example 4. On the shoe rack shown, AB equals 33. We're going to label this as we go. So that's 33 right there. BC equals 27. That's this. 27. CD equals 44. That's this right here. Draw an arrow to it because it's too dark to write in. And DE equals 25. So that would be right in here. Explain why the shelf is not parallel to the floor. Okay, so this shelf right here, if it's parallel to the floor, then this over this should be proportional to that over that. So let's test it and see. 27 over 33 should equal 44 over 25. Now, if you're paying attention, you should already see that it's not going to be possible because this number is smaller than the number under it, but this number is bigger than the number under it. So this is going to be something less than 1, and it's going to be something greater than 1. So that right there should tell you that these are not equal. But in case you don't catch that, you can go ahead and multiply it out, cross multiply, or you could simplify the two fractions before you multiply. That might be easier. I can divide both of these by 3 to get 9/11ths, and I can divide both of these by nothing, so it'll still be 44 over 25. And then when I cross multiply this, 9 times 25 is 225. 11 times 44 is 484. Those are not equal to each other. So this was not proportional. And because it's not proportional, that must mean that the shelf is not actually parallel to the floor. Okay, last one on this page. In the diagram below of triangle ADE, B is a point on line AE and C is a point on line AD, such that BC, this line, is parallel to ED, this line. So AC, that's here, is x minus 3, and BE here is 20, and AB is 16, and AD is 2x plus 2. So that's this whole thing, 2x plus 2. And we want to find the length of AC, so find this. Now, I also know that this whole length is 16 plus 20, which is 36. So the way I'm going to set this up is if these are proportional, then this should also be proportional to the total. And if these are proportional, then this should also be proportional to the total. And since I don't know CD, I'm going to use that instead. So 16 over 36, 16 over the total of 36 should be equal to x minus 3 over the total of 2x plus 2. And then to make this easier, and you can always do this if possible, but you don't have to do it to make it work. But I'm going to simplify this fraction because I can divide both of these things by 4. So we're going to ignore this and change 16 divided by 4 into 4, and 36 divided by 4 into 9, so 4/9. And this I'm going to cross multiply. And again, I'm distributing into the parentheses. So 9 times x is 9x. 9 times negative 3 is negative 27. And then over here, 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times 2 is 8. So we're going to add 27 to both sides. And we're going to subtract 8x from both sides. So that cancels this out over here and this out over here. 9x minus 8x is just x. 8 plus 27 is 35. X equals 35. But remember what it was asking for. It said find the length of AC. AC is x minus 3. 35 minus 3 would be 32. So AC equals 32. Make sure that once you found x, that's actually what they were asking you for. There may be one additional calculation in some of these problems. Now go ahead and fold this paper over in half, and let's take a quick look at the back. So very similar to the side splitter theorem is the triangle angle bisector theorem. And the idea here is if you have a line that is cutting an angle exactly in half, you see how each side is labeled as congruent. So if this is an angle bisector, so that should mean that the two sides of the triangle are proportional to the two portions of the other third side of the triangle. So 40 over 23 should be equal to 22 over x. And you could cross multiply and solve to find x in the same way.